That's what I'm talking about.
Wait! Okay, now, from the beginning.
Hit it, boys.
Welcome to Higher Ed Pulse, your no-fluff guide to artificial intelligence in higher ed. I'm Mallory Willsea, bringing nearly 20 years of edtech and marketing expertise straight to your earbuds. Higher ed leaders are expected to master AI overnight, but let's be real, no one has time to sift through every headline, hot take, or research report. That's why every Monday, I'll break down what actually matters. Fast, clear, and to the point. Want to sound like the smartest person in the room at your next team meeting? You're in the right place. Let's dive in.
Hello, everybody. We are so excited to be here at the CASE Summit. I am here with Rebecca, and we are just going to talk briefly about some great takeaways. I know you presented a session and want to hear that. But first, start off with one or two things that you heard at this conference that you don't want to miss.
Thank you so much, Carrie. It has been a pleasure running into you at so many conferences this year, and I love that we got to spend time together again at this one. My big headlines from this have just been all about collaboration and connection and how critical it is, and if I dare say now more than ever, and why we need to be in spaces like this.
Yeah. And I think the piece here, it was very clear that the times are challenging, but there were also moments of hope in some of the actionable takeaways, some of the great things that are happening at our campuses. I'm curious, was there any message of hope that you saw in there as well?
There were so many. I mean, I was bolding things in my notes as I went because I didn't want to forget all of this. And Bill Traynor, talking from Georgetown University Law Center, he said, "These things take courage, but courage is contagious." And I feel like that thread was so present, the ideas of hope and courage, but also the contagious collective movement that we have. When we're doing this in community, we have more power and more courage to do this work together. So it can feel really scary in isolation when we're in person like this in these communities. We realize that we're just not.
Absolutely. And you were also presenting. So tell me about your session and some of the conversation that you all had.
And, maybe this is on my radar is up on collaboration because that was really the focus of our session as well. I presented with campus partners from the University of Maryland and from Lehigh University, from folks who are in university relations and in marketing, centralized and decentralized, big school, small school, campaign ready to launch, focus on the giving, a really diverse set of experiences. But the conversation was about how do we collaborate and why must we collaborate to be successful when we're being asked to do more than we ever have been, not just for fundraising goals, but for university branding goals, marketing goals. How can we pool our resources, our talent, and our brand equity to really push our institutions forward so that we are having that collective power, whether you work in a central office, a decentralized office, whether Advancement has their own marketing team, or you have your own foundation, no matter what the model is, we heard stories of success through collaboration.
And, this morning you and I were at breakfast and we had a conversation there and you said something that resonated with me. And I just want everyone to hear that aha moment. You said this idea of how important it is, whether it be in the enrollment space, the admission space, or in the advancement space, that we be focused on telling those emotional connections and how meaningful and purposeful that work is.
It is, and it's so hard to balance both. And I think fundraising is one of those spaces where we must do both. So much of our work is data-driven. Lots of conversations here have been about AI and data management and data privacy, and that's a critical foundation for our work. But some of the work that we do that's the most important and most unique in this part of the institution is the emotional storytelling, the heartstrings, the connections that we make with folks that really are that reason that we give. We know who to reach out to and what they care about because of the data, but we really can make the ask and make that connection because of the stories that we tell and the experiences that we share.
Becca, thank you so much for your time. And, thank you to your team for being here, being present, and being really engaged. Everybody, I hope that you have enjoyed some great high-level takeaways here. And, of course, make sure that you are checking out all of the great content on the Enrollify Network. Have a great day, everybody.
Thanks for listening to the Higher Ed Pulse. The show is a proud member of the Enrollify Network, home to Higher Ed's largest collection of podcasts. Enrollify is where higher ed goes to grow, so be sure to check out our other podcasts, webinars, video clips, blogs, and more. Visit Enrollify.org and subscribe for all the latest details and content drops directly to your inbox. Enrollify is brought to you by Element 451, the digital workforce platform for higher ed. Learn more at element451.com.